acting off of information we got yesterday about a missing person. We're about to go hit this house with a search warrant. There's evidence of the missing person's body being dragged in the backyard of that residence. We have our tactical team, our SWAT team, we have cadaver dogs. We have everything we need to recover any evidence of a homicide, or if the worst is what we think it is, the actual body.
For homicide detectives, their chance of solving a murder is cut in half if they don't get a lead within the first 48 hours.
We don't often get handed missing person cases, but when we do, it's usually because the assault unit says that something criminal has emerged. As an investigator, it's hard enough having to solve a homicide when there is a body. When somebody goes missing, it makes it 10 times harder because you don't even know if the person is deceased. We gotta basically pick up a different division's investigation and really look at the information in a new way. Unfortunately, we're, having to play catch up. We have a missing person. His name's Trace Dennis.
Corporal John Walstead and Detective John Forward of the Assaults and Missing Persons Unit briefed the team on the disappearance of 21-year-old Tracy Aberly Dennis, known as Trace.
December 16th was the last time you've seen it. That was at the Cheetah Speed Laundromat.
Trace's girlfriend reported him missing 2 days ago.
Her story is that she was dropped off there at the laundromat. He left. That's the last you heard from him.
And the vehicle that was listed in that missing report was just found on the interstate.
20 hours after he disappeared, police found Trace's Nissan Xterra, abandoned beside a highway.
We did receive some other information about Facebook.
After the car was discovered, an anonymous caller reported a disturbing video on social media.
There was a video that was posted on a private Facebook page where they said a white male was being dragged by possibly murder.
In the video, they gave his name.
The caller said that in the video, the two men dragging the body identified the victim as Trace.
The caller found his Facebook, saw the girlfriend was posting that he was missing. That's when she called. The group where they saw the thing is called LOS. I'll just spell it. ANORMALES.
Los Abnormals. That's what that means.
There's numerous Facebook groups with that name on it, so we can't really pinpoint which one it would even be in, but according to her, the video was taken down last night.
And she sent still shots through text. Yeah.
The caller said she captured 2 screenshots of the victim before the video was taken down.
We definitely think that's it.
She does with the other one.
We can't simply wait for Facebook to come back in a month with the video. If he's missing and endangered, we need to act on it as soon as possible.
Detective Glenn Barton and the team will work the case as a possible homicide.
Very well could be a homicide. I gotta start with the last person that saw him, and that's his girlfriend. So hopefully she's gonna give me something. Hey.
2 days after Trace's disappearance,
We just want to talk to you about what's going on.
Barton speaks with Trace's girlfriend, Samantha.
I know you've told the story before. I don't want you to tell me it again, okay? Any little detail will help.
I saw him around the 16th, around like 6 or something like that.
She said 3 nights ago, they went to do laundry.
We got to the laundromat. We put our clothes in together. And he dropped me off from there, and then I never seen him again.
What happens next?
He told times to talk to these people about the money that they owed him. He'd been working and doing some like remodeling, and they hadn't been paying him. He admitted to saying like if they didn't give him money, he was gonna ask the fool. So that's why I'm worried about.
Tell me exactly what he said.
He said if these people don't give me my money, I'm gonna tie him up.
So he's saying if they don't give him his money, he's going to tie him up.
Yeah.
And who were these people he was talking to?
The younger boy's name is Marcus. They're Puerto Rican.
Now, are David and Marcus, are they related? Or do you know if
I
they're
don't know, they just live
like,
together
and where do they live?
on Marcus Drive or something. I don't know how to get there if I was like driving. or something, but
Yeah. How much money did they owe Trace?
he said like $500.
$500. And so you think Trace was basically going over to this house?
Yeah, because they had not paid him for that job. And they had been having issues with another person that was working, which they actually stabbed the guy.
Marcus and David stabbed the guy?
Yeah, they said Marcus stabbed the guy over Marcus money. Marcus stabbed a guy like a couple days ago for going over there and asking about his money.
Is the guy okay?
I guess so. I've talked to him since then. So I'm assuming like it wasn't nothing like crazy.
Trace, has anybody said what they think might happen to him? Has anybody been telling you anything?
Like nobody knows where he is, but everybody feels like something has to have happened to him. I started texting, and the first people I texted were where he was going.
You sent messages to Marcus and David to ask where he was at?
I just said that he never came back.
Do you have the messages? Are they Facebook or are they
They're
actual
Facebook.
texts? They're Facebook?
Yes. This is the David guy.
She shows Barton a Facebook page for David Hernandez.
And then the Marcus guy is generally the boy who has to translate for David.
And another page for a man named Marcos Yadillo.
David doesn't really speak very good at English.
Very good. So he made it.
Alright, just give me 1 second. We got two names, Marcos Yadillo and David Hernandez, as possible people he was going to meet.
32-year-old David Manuel Cordero Hernandez, a citizen of Puerto Rico, owns a construction business in Mobile and has no prior convictions.
Yadillo. We don't have another name for him.
The team is unable to find Marcos Yadillo in the database. His account using another name.
She could take us to the house.
I think that's probably get on more, son. If they kill him, there should be some evidence DNA.
Why don't I do that and maybe one of you guys run her to the house?
Yeah. Five hours in,
You'll take this right at this light.
Trace's girlfriend leads detectives to David and Marcos's house.
What does Trace specialize in? What does he do?
Pretty much anything that he can.
Born in Mobile and raised by his grandparents, Trace works odd jobs to earn a living. He's been saving up to open his own tattoo parlor and start a family.
I believe it's that house right there where everything's gone. Yeah, it's this one right here. Here that all the cars are gone.
Are you sure that that's the house?
I'm positive.
So just good. When Trace left you, you feel like that's where he was going?
Like that's where like he told me.
Right, but right outside of him telling you, you're good.
Yeah. I told him I just didn't want him to. I had a bad feeling.
that the victim told her that he was en route to. It appears that it may be abandoned. I'm feeling pretty confident that at some point or another the victim may have been there. There's going to be a lot of moving parts in the morning. We need to go on the property and look for the evidence or the actual victim himself if he is still on the property.
Early the next morning,
We're about to go hit this house with a search warrant. We have our tactical team, our SWAT team, we have cadaver dogs. We have everything we need to recover any trace evidence of a homicide or even the actual body of Tracy Dennis.
SWAT does a sweep of the house. But it's abandoned.
Are we good to go?
We're gonna go in.
Yeah, we can go in and look.
Let's not.
In the yard, the team finds a pile of broken floor tile.
See the backside of this tile or something? Just for privacy fence? Yeah. Get that mark under the leaves going up. See the same mark in the leaves right there by his head?
Yep. Freaking moves right there. Yep. This matches. It's consistent with what the video showed of the missing person, possibly being, like they thought, dragged in the back of this car. So this is a good piece of evidence right here.
In the backyard,
Possible blood stain on the back porch. It looks like it was scrubbed down. We need to test it for blood. I think we got a murder scene here. No idea if the body's there or not. But cadaver dogs come in, and they'll kind of be able to sniff out the whole area and give us a better idea.
while the dogs start their search for blood evidence.
Right now, I'm going to get some detectives to start canvassing this neighborhood pretty well.
The team fans out.
Just kind of tell me everything you know as far as that night and what's been going on.
Someone got shot.
A neighbor says that 3 nights ago, he heard gunshots.
I hear the first gunshot. Immediately followed by that scream. So scary and so loud that I heard it clear as day. Then he heard the second gunshot. I heard the gunshot. Silence. That can show you while you're here.
Yeah.
The neighbor hands over home surveillance video from the time of the shooting.
So you can hear somebody screaming.
You hear a gunshot, and then you hear a male screaming, possibly our victim, and then it's another gunshot and complete silence.
Now, so a couple hours later, everyone else at the house all got still.
Do you know their names at all?
Those are our newest neighbors. I didn't see them first.
Okay. The news caught window. was able to find the exact time the shots were fired. That would have been at 1900.
The shots were fired 1 hour after Trace told his girlfriend he was going to the house.
How that wasn't called in is amazing.
I talked to this guy. He said that on Monday, he heard a shot being fired and saw a couple of vehicles in this driveway, including the victim's vehicle, a silver Xterra. And then they were here packing up, leaving. And he said they hadn't been back since.
It's all consistent. How we get somebody.
Hours in.
Oh, look at this.
The dogs definitely get right here.
So there should be some sort of blood.
See if you can get some blood on one of these tiles.
Yeah. We haven't seen any blood, but there's got to be blood because of the fact that he was resting on this pile.
There's some blood right there. Yep. Tile. Right there. Yep.
Can we test
Yeah,
it
we'll
right
go ahead
there?
and test it.
This is a presumptive blood test called phenolphthalein, and I'm going to take a swab of this thing just to see if it gives us a positive reaction. If it does, then it is blood. It doesn't mean that it's human blood. It just means that it's blood if my swab turns pink. Just pink. It's presumptive positive for blood.
We got a blue star that back porch.
A stain on the back porch.
Yep, it is blood.
It's kind of all coming together. Kind of sometimes seems almost surreal working these cases and, you know, getting the little information you get and then trying to put the puzzle pieces together of somebody's murder. It's just crazy.
We are getting odor with
That's sweet.
Yeah.
The cadaver dog team may have picked up the scent of a decomposing body.
When I got out of the truck first thing this morning, I thought I got a whiff coming up from the south.
We can't get it long enough to see what's like.
Better turn Raven loose here too. Straight up.
Yeah, well, we'll work it and see.
The crazy scenario would be if we find this body in the backyard.
They finished.
After searching for several hours,
There's nothing.
They didn't find anything back there.
the cadaver dogs are unable to locate Trace's body.
So it definitely looks like we have a murder, but no body at this point. One of the suspects, David Hernandez, he's from Puerto Rico. The other one, we're just trying to identify who he is for when we sign these warrants for murder. We don't know who was the shooter, but it don't matter. They're in concert together at this point. They're the ones that he was going to confront. We need the ID, Yadel. Hey, man.
Barton calls the cyber unit to see if they've been able to get Marcos's real name.
Morales. Gotcha.
According to Facebook's records, Marcos Yadillo is 21-year-old Marcos Morales. Like David Hernandez, he is a citizen of Puerto Rico.
Gotcha.
Cyber was also able to determine a current location for both Hernandez and Morales.
All right, man. Thanks. We got some information where they might be at this very moment. we believe they're in Jacksonville, Florida. So it's very time sensitive. If we have enough PC, then we'll probably need to go ahead and try to get these warrants, try to pick these guys up while we still can.
Go ahead, run it.
Hey, Keith. Man, I got a case. The news is all over it.
Barton calls the assistant district attorney.
Tuesday, we get a report of a missing person named Tracy Dennis.
Okay.
And lays out the case.
Okay, so you want warrants for these two guys, and you're going to get them before they head back to Puerto Rico, I guess.
Right, yep.
All right. I think we can do that.
Okay. Thanks, Keith. Murder for both.
We know about a woman.
Are you good, Judge?
Yeah. All right. 6-hour road trip.
While detectives Barton and Nettles head to Jacksonville, Florida, the neighbor's surveillance video hits the news.
A missing persons case now turned homicide investigation. They suspect foul play.
We have some evidence that the missing person was likely here, and so the investigation continues as we continue to run down leads.
With 12 hours left in the first 48,
We're getting updated information.
Barton and Nettles have arrived in Jacksonville.
We've coordinated with the Jacksonville SWAT unit. They've located an apartment they believe the suspects are in. They're going to surround that apartment and call them out as per their SWAT procedure.
An hour later, they get an update from the Jacksonville PD.
They've got the two individuals in custody.
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
Roll them.
Going to interview the two suspects, Marcos and David. Just want to know where the body's at. That's the biggest question. Hello.
Detectives head in to talk with David Hearn's
Department. We want to ask you some questions. We have a translator here to make sure you understand everything. Okay? Do you know why we're here?
¿Sabes qué está pasando y por qué estamos aquí? Yo vi el video. Salió en la noticia. He's saying that he saw the news. El muchacho que vive con nosotros, the roommate who he lives with, no confesó que lo mató. He told him, yeah, I did it. I killed him.
Marcos is your roommate?
Sí. Mi esposa y yo le estamos diciendo a él que se entregue. No tenemos que ver nada con esto aquí.
Do you know the person that your roommate's talking about?
Sí, se llama Tracy. Trabajó conmigo.
We know that you owed Tracy money.
Sí, yo le debía 380 pesos. Él me llamó y me dijo a mí que iba para casa. Y nunca llegaba.
Okay. But he did come to the house. And we believe that you and Marcos talked to him at the house.
No.
Was Marcos at the house?
Ahí estaba Marcos. Sí. Yo llegué como a las 7 y pico. Yo lo vi nervioso a él. Le pregunté qué pasa. Bueno, pero se fue.
This is not true. When you came home, you would have seen this.
Barton confronts David with a screenshot of Trace's body in his yard.
Let's get to the truth. I'm not saying you killed him. I'm saying you were there. And that right now, you have a chance to tell me what you saw and what you heard. No more lying.
Yo no lo hice. No estamos diciendo que lo hizo. Yo no lo hice. No, mira, señor. Como él ya te dijo, no estamos diciendo que usted lo hizo, pero necesitamos saber lo que pasó esa noche, que usted miró y lo que usted oyó. Dígame.
Trace llegó a casa.
See him in a few days.
Cuando Trace y Marquito salen para afuera, yo y mi esposa escuchamos boom, boom. Me dijo, if I looked at what happened, ¿qué tú hiciste, loco? Y yo, let me call the police. Y yo, so you call the police, everything, a mí, a ver, boom, boom. Y nos iba a matar a nosotros.
So what happened to Trace after he was killed?
Yo me fui de la casa, me fui asustado. Y cuando llegamos para atrás, ya él tenía todo limpio, todo.
Look at me.
Que no miré.
What happened to Trace?
No sé qué Marquito hizo con el cuerpo. Pero eso todo ahí, yo no toqué nada.
David, there is a reason your entire house is empty. You knew that you needed to leave. You didn't call the police. He murdered someone, got rid of a body, cleaned up the blood, yet you were with him.
Y usted todavía está con él.
Why?
¿Por qué?
If you were not helping him, why is he with you?
Why did he come to Jackson?
¿Por qué viniste a Jacksonville?
Porque iba de vacaciones.
He said he was here on vacation.
You're not telling the truth, David. And we're gonna walk out now, okay? Because all we care about is the truth. You were at the house. You helped.
No.
They
Le ayudó.
Yes.
No. Sí.
No.
Sí. No.
Yes.
No. Él hizo todo.
I don't believe you. Why are you and Mark together? At this moment.
Ahorita.
If not, you were running from the police together.
No.
This is the only thing that makes
Era
sense.
la única cosa. No.
Okay.
No, hey, 1 minute. 1 minute. I told you the truth. I told you, Mark, everything. Yo no estaba cogiendo hasta la policía. Y no quería entregarse. Si nosotros dejamos que se fuera, ese va a ir y va a dar todo a mí. Yo no tenía aguantado a él, dile. Porque él quería escaparse.
Yeah, I got it. Hey, how you doing, man?
Detectives hope Marcos will come clean and lead them to Trace's body.
I'm Glenn. This is Julius. And we want to just ask you some questions. All right, sir. Are you cool to talk to me?
Yeah, I need to talk to somebody. David owed him money for my job. Mm-hmm. He just went to the house and started threatening that he needed his money. David took a trip here to Florida, and he left me in the house. And while he was in the trip, the kid got our house.
He's talking about Trace. Got you.
He went in our house. Probably he was on something, man, because, he was so just not normal, man. So he tried to wield a knife. And said, you gotta go out, bro, because I'm definitely not going to get stabbed. So he started arguing in the front. When I see he's trying to wield the knife, I shot him twice, sir. I'm so sorry. I know that's not what y'all wanted to hear from me, but
I got it. It is.
So where did that happen at?
in front of the house.
Talk to me about that.
Can I do the hand?
Yeah.
So I will be standing. This is the front door, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is me, and this is Trace, right? But he's right here. I'm just talking. Just trying to figure out how we could
make it all peaceful. But he started digging, and I realized he was gonna pull out a knife. So I wheeled, and I tried him, and I tried to tell him to stop, but he started screaming, and I got so nervous, because he really screamed. It was all in a moment, you know.
What happened to his vehicle?
His vehicle is on the highway. I don't know where.
And how did it get there? How did it get there?
I drove it.
All right. So you've done the hardest part, okay? But what we know is that David was not in Florida. He was at the house.
He wasn't in the house. I can't say the exact place where he was, but he wasn't with me. I guarantee you that, sir.
Marcos, you are trying to protect David. Yeah, because how did you get picked up when you dropped his car?
I made the girl pick me up.
He claims he got a friend to give him a ride.
I'm trying to explain everything. I'm so comfortable talking to you because I really want to.
And we appreciate you talking.
So where's Trace?
He's buried in the back.
And we're back.
Back at the house.
He's not in the backyard.
Man, I swear he is.
Okay. Do you know what a cadaver dog is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. They went everywhere on that property. We know he is not in your backyard.
So he is. I'm not trying to say y'all did your job, but I did use some scent blocker. So.
Okay.
How deep is the hole?
Waist high.
How long did it take you to dig it?
A couple hours. I put some stuff on top of it. Some chairs. There was a table on top of it too. Leaves. I guarantee you, he is there.
So what about the video?
A video?
From your Facebook of Trace being dragged in your backyard.
So I can't say nothing about a video. I know there's pictures. I didn't really know what to do, man. I tried to trust somebody and tell what I just did.
So you sent those pictures to the group? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Abnormalities.
Abnormalities. Just these two pictures, sir. Okay.
With 5 hours left in the first 48, David Hernandez and Marcos Morales are charged with the murder of Tracy Dennis.
David puts himself inside the house, having a conversation with the victim of the homicide before the shooting occurred. We'll never know really the truth of his involvement, but David was definitely right there when everything happens. Really, I think they're just working in concert together. They couldn't ask for a better resolution. And all we're doing now is just waiting to see if we can find his body. Plan is to do the search at the residence?
Yes.
While Barton and Nettles drive back to Mobile, the rest of the team begins excavating the area where Marcos said he buried Trace's body. 1 hour into the search, the team finds Trace's body. Back at Homicide.
Just like you told us. So this is a through the left shoulder.
According to the ME, Trace was shot once in the shoulder and once in the head.
Dang. Shot in the freaking looks like almost the top of his head. almost like he was like kneeling down or something. Marcos just shot him right.
This is crazy.
These look to be slash marks.
The ME also discovered multiple stab wounds to Trace's back.
He had close to 13 stab wounds. You can't claim self-defense at that point. I mean, that is a massacre of a human being. Crazy. Literally for $380, a life is lost. And all of that could have been avoided if they had just paid Trace the money he was due. Makes no sense.
Months after Trace's murder, his loved ones gather to remember him.
This really just tore me to pieces. He was a good-hearted kid.
Trace, he had hopes and dreams like everybody else, and unfortunately, he will never be able to fulfill those dreams. That's that for him.
He's a good guy. I'm gonna miss him every day. He's always gonna be on my mind.
We're about to be together for 2 years. He had that comforting personality. As long as you were around him, you felt like you're at home.
I really miss him and love him. And I just wish he would come back, But I get to see him one day. And when I see him, I can hug him. I don't ever have to